and welcome to the Sportsman Show. I am your host, Joe Musel, and along with my co-host, Coachy. Say all right, Coachy.
Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday, June 7th, 2020.
Yes, it is. And the USA is in shambles right now. Everybody's scared. Everybody's has their own opinions. Everybody wants to be heard. Everybody wants to be together, but it's not happening right now in the world. People are just gathering and they're being heard over the Black Lives Matter subject, over race. And it's a hard topic to speak about. Coming from, I'm just a middle-aged guy here trying to talk about a very difficult subject that has prolonged the history of United States. It's gone on forever. And it is time for it to end in a better way than it's with a happier ending. The looting and the devastation of property and stuff like that, I don't like that at all. It's not the way you should be able to communicate and get your point across. It's a wrong way to do it. But the peaceful protesting, I'm all for it. All for people saying what's on their mind, being listened to, being not everybody understands the full message of a person when they're talking, when they're trying to get their point across. But being listened to is a therapeutic way of getting stuff off your mind and out in the streets. And I think people should be listened to and try to understand where they're coming from. And that's my point of view on it. And Coachy, you got anything for it?
Yeah, I've been watching what's going on. I've been watching the news and everything. Sometimes I've gone outside when I take a little break, in my hot tub, and, I just watch it on the phone. But my thing is, I really don't like to respond about anything about this because, number one, you have a real good risk if you do it the wrong way and you comment the wrong way, which it has been, you're going to lose friends.
Yeah,
in a
like
hurry.
Drew Brees. I don't think he meant the full comments that it came out wrong. He spoke about it and it came out wrong. He did apologize for it when he
and I think what his teammates did is, his teammates did not, make it a big war out of it. All of them apologized and they accepted it.
Yep.
And this is why the New Orleans Saints, when you do that, and even when Sean Payton, your head coach, gets involved, saying, I'm glad it happened. We can move on and get ready for the season when it happens. But but heaven forbid, our wonderful who had to make a statement.
Yeah.
Which I won't mention.
Yeah.
Drew Brees went ahead and apologized and everything, but they're like Malcolm Jenkins. I think that hurt. I think with him, it hurt him the most. But I think he needed some space and time to think about what was said. And once it happened, they moved on to it. They accepted his apology. And, like I said, it's an example of what you're going to say. And unfortunately, the words that was spoken, unfortunately, it didn't rub the right way.
No, it didn't rub the right way. Words are very powerful. They make you do stuff. They control your emotions. They're very powerful. And if you use the wrong words, you're going to get the wrong reaction, wrong impressions, and stuff like that. But always have the person say what they're going to say, listen to it, and then respond. Don't go fully based on emotion because that person may have misspoke. and it's hard to talk about this subject. Very
Yes,
hard.
it is. Absolutely. I mean, for example, we had some in town here. We've had a couple of protests, which I heard went very well because I actually did check on a couple people, make sure they didn't get arrested or anything.
Yep.
I wanted to know how that went, and said it went very well. There was no problem. Even the police involved, said
Yep.
which
Good
was,
example.
they didn't need to bring out the handcuffs or anything. So we did it very well. Actually, the whole state of Connecticut has done a very good job with this. I think it's only happened in one city where there was maybe a couple of arrests, but that's been it.
Yeah, state of Connecticut has done this very well. I agree with that. I agree. There's been peaceful protests, blocking the highway.
That's
a lot of that.
Blocking the highway. There's no need to do that.
Yeah.
You could do that somewhere
somewhere else.
Don't do it on the highway. That's extremely dangerous.
Yes, it is.
It's a road killing someone getting hurt.
Yeah, it is. But the next protest they were having in New Haven, they actually scheduled it. They actually told people that they were going to walk on the highway and stuff, so people could detour around it and stuff like that. So it's been very peaceful and very uplifting from the people of Connecticut.
It's just the major cities that have gone and that they go overboard with this. I mean,
yes, the looting and the.
I mean, at least from what I heard last night, that it was peaceful. It was peaceful, but but something's telling me that this is not over by any means yet.
No, it's not over at any means. It hasn't been over throughout history of mankind.
Even unfortunately, London and Paris, they started this too now. So I was like, oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah. But it's been peaceful there. It hasn't been as up.
That's what I heard.
Rioting.
It's been pretty good out there too. So it's just us who likes to try and go overkill and break stuff, steal some television sets or
yeah, steal those Nikes. Get this, Nikes.
Especially if it's Air Jordans with it.
Yeah, those are only a couple $100 pair of shoes.
Of course. You never know. Remember, they like those Xbox Ones too. That's popular.
Yeah.
All right. That topic's out of the way now. So.
Yep, that topic is out. Let's bring in somebody who's not really communicating well with each other. They're in limbo. Are we going to start with baseball?
Yeah, let's get that into baseball.
You're in the dark, Coach.
I've had it up to the extremes with baseball right now because the big thing these players are fighting for right now, they want their full season salary. That is the number one issue. Right now.
It's not the health of the players. It's not the coronavirus. It's the
they don't. It's like I don't know if they even care about the family sometimes with what's going on.
Yeah. Baseball.
It's one thing they're getting bored, and I understand that. They're practicing. Some teams, yes, they're doing their spring training a little bit.
Yep.
But this is almost similar to like they're going to go on strike if nothing happens. Remember, they're still under contract. And
they are.
The virus.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much more that you guys they got to go back and forth. It started with a July 1st proposal. The players said no because it's only half salaries. Then they tried to 114 games, and the owner said, "Oh, absolutely not." So
and now they have an 81 game proposal, which
and
they started off in the beginning. Now they made a whole full circle, and they have accomplished nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. So now this is what's going to happen. We figured baseball last week was crunch time. It's now June 7th.
Yep.
They're running out of time. The All-Star game you already know is gone for the season, and you don't know what else they're going to put in there.
Yeah, I know. I heard a baseball proposal that they're going to play regular season but no postseason. How weird?
I don't know about that. If you want to play a postseason, then you need to at least go 90 or 100 games. You need to do that at least.
Well, 81 games with a postseason would be fine.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to play a postseason, what what trophy are you going to hand out at the end?
There is no trophy. There is no number one seed in baseball for a trophy. You only get that in hockey and basketball.
Yeah, I know, but then what are you playing a regular season for?
Yeah, if you're going to do that, you might as well just play at your spring training facility for the regular season.
Yeah, you might as well just play games for entertainment. Build some all-star teams.
Yeah, but be careful
Have
how
a
you
couple.
do that too, because then the baseball players will probably start, instead of using their bats, they'll probably start using their knee just to hit the ball
Probably, or their briefcase full of money.
Yeah,
Knock
that's
that
right.
out of the park.
It depends how heavy it is too. They may not be able to pick it up. And they go,
Yeah.
oh, yep, I just hurt my back.
Yeah, yeah, I'm on the injured list.
But no, it's just beginning to be a real sad situation now. And this, like we said, this is not like a strike or a lockout. They need to make a decision very, very, very soon, because this is going to become a very big heated fight.
Yep.
Which it already is.
And it already came full circle. It's already came back to the first proposal.
Yep, to the original. But this is still not right. But the number one thing it's coming down to is the players want their full season salary, and the owners have said no. And then now, here we are.
Here we are again.
Still back to the original proposal almost.
Yep.
Which I believe would be play in your division, and you play in the National League, in your own National League division, like the AL East would take on the NL East. Is that what we're going with still?
Yeah, I think so. I think they would play those games in like Arizona and some in Florida or something like that, and have all the teams there.
Yeah, but you notice they haven't complained about that though.
What, playing in a different state?
Playing like at their spring training facilities during the regular season.
Well, they can't really travel or anything like that, or
right.
So, just playing. Some of those spring training facilities are fine.
Right.
Yeah. So.
I mean, they already got. I think the World Baseball Tournament, I believe, has already been canceled for next year. I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that didn't take long to do that anyway. So,
I mean,
Puerto Rico, Mexico. Well, Mexico right now is getting spiked, but.
Yeah, Mexico's being spiked and everything, but I think if baseball comes up with like just a round robin tournament for each division, try to keep this simple and just get something simply done, and just it's not going to be the same. They understand probably that.
What's hurting too? We forgot to mention this. The umpires.
The umpires.
They don't make much money.
No, they don't. They're former lawyers and stuff like that and everything. But the umpires. The baseball's hurting just about everybody. By not playing. The field crew. The coronavirus took out the fans, so but everything's.
It's like a couple players in baseball are like, yeah, we like the fans back. And we're like, yeah, but what happens if it still continues? Like some states are spiking and.
Yeah, I know. I just read.
I heard
Florida's 4,000 new cases of coronavirus. They spiked a whole bunch. It's like, wow. I mean,
in 3 days.
3 days. It's not good. It's not good.
No, it's not. And if they're sure they want to still open Disney parks, I wish them the best of luck.
Yep. I don't know who's going to go there, but.
Well, probably most of the people who just want to get out of their house. So.
Well, I heard our own Beardsley Zoo has reopened and stuff like that. 50% capacity. You got to order your cats coming in.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, but you got to order your tickets online. You got the first half and the second half of the park. You're there for like 3 hours, and then you move on, and then the place gets cleaned, and then the other people come in for the late afternoon. So I heard that's going on pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a smaller place here in Connecticut. But
Right.
if they can
Same
make it,
thing with Mystic Aquarium too. They just opened their outside facilities as well because my brother went there the other day with my nephew. So.
yep, they,
So.
there's plenty to do. I've been to Mystic and stuff like that. There's plenty to do.
Yep. So have I. So
So,
have I. So come here, kitty. I can't. I
yep,
can't.
put the kitty on.
Hi, kitty.
Hi, kitty. Okay, kitty.
All right, you got to leave the set though. I'm sorry. Bye bye. Do not go after the pictures.
Go get him. Go get him, kitty.
Now there's a happier. Yeah. Go ahead. Leave the room. Bye bye. So thank you. Okay. There's another. There is a sport though that is very positive right now.
Yes, it is.
On Thursday, the commissioner Adam Silver has put a date in set for when the season will resume. That's what we were kind of waiting for, and now we have a date. It's going to be July 22nd. It will be played in Walt Disney World. There will be no fans there.
Yep.
But here's the unfair part. 22 teams out of 30 gets to go. The 8 teams have already been told, you're far away from the playoffs. You are sent home for the season. Great. Not fair.
Well, yeah. I don't think the New York Knicks had a chance to make the playoffs anyways.
No, Knicks or Warriors, no. I understand that, but
they had no chance.
You have to feel bad though for some of these players that don't get a chance to resume their season because some of them haven't played since March 12th.
Yeah, I know. It's bad for them to not resume, but at least they're adding another 22 teams into the playoffs.
Well, this is not a no playoff thing and set in stone yet, Joe. I believe they're going to be playing 8 regular season games.
Yep, that's the lower seeds. The lower seeds will be playing the 8 regular season games to go into the playoffs.
Yep. So basically, for the teams that have already clinched a playoff berth, you will get a chance to probably maybe play a game or two or something like that.
Yeah, it'll be a game or two and stuff, but I don't know the full set thing.
Yeah,
give a set.
I've seen that when this is done, they said the next regular season will not start until December 1st.
Yeah, so that's way off. That's hopefully
but just the bad news is some of these teams that didn't make the playoffs, you're not going to have been on a basketball court since March 12th. So you're thinking maybe what 8-9 months.
Well, I think those other teams have opened up their facilities for players to practice.
Yeah, but that's for teams who still have a chance to make the playoffs.
I think the non-playoff teams have opened up their facilities for players to just keep in shape.
Yeah, just get back
you got to keep in shape and stuff because I've even seen Kevin Durant work out and stuff.
Kevin Durant said he is not playing this year.
He is not playing, but I've seen him work out.
That's what I heard, but I've been reading reports that he was going to play for the Nets this year, and then I see it's like, oh, nope, he's not going to try it.
Yeah. So, but the Nets are in the playoffs. They're
in a spot
seed
right now, so they're in the ones who got to play regular season games.
Yeah. So
the voting was 29-1. The Portland Trail Blazers were the only team that said no.
Yeah, I don't think did they make the playoffs? I think they're in.
Let me check real quick for you.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I know there was a player that said he wasn't too comfortable about playing. I know that much. Let me see. Let's see what we got here.
Let's see if we can pull up the all 20.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Let
me see. Where are you on the? Okay, there we go. Standings. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up too. Pull it up on my phone.
Mm-hmm. Brooklyn Nets are number 7 right now.
Yep.
Okay, so this is what they're doing right now for 9 teams because the other teams were already got an E under for eliminated. that means Washington gets to continue their season because they're game and a half back. Wait.
They must be a game and a half out of the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what the Charlotte Hornets were a game and a half back, but they put an E under their thing, so they're eliminated. Okay, I see what they're doing. All right, so Washington is 5.5 back of the last playoff spot, but they have a chance to make it. Okay.
That's a lot of games.
Portland is 3.5 games out of the final playoff spot. So is the New Orleans Pelicans and the Sacramento Kings. And then the Spurs and Suns still have a chance. The only two teams that are done for the season in the West is Minnesota and Golden State.
Yeah, I think they added more West teams, especially the Pelicans.
They did. 13 from the West, 9 from the East.
Yeah, I think they added more. Well, they wanted to see Zion play. They got to get the fan base going up. Everybody wants to see him play. He's the next LeBron. So you got to stick him on the court, give him a basketball. You got to do that. They're doing that very well. They're promoting him very well. That's
well, we got to watch out though. Remember, the University of Duke is fighting some hot water about the sneaker issue. So
yeah, sneaker issue, but that's his college degree is over and everything. Let's move on.
They're still talking about Duke trying to think like, don't put them on probation now. Otherwise, Coach K is going to leave.
Yeah, well, he's been there forever, so.
Yeah, I know. So, but that's where we stand with the NBA. But at least they have they have an idea when they're going to restart. They have everything set in place for the draft.
Yep. Well, I heard a couple things from the NBA that don't sound very well, because once the playoffs things are set and the seeding is all set and everything like that, they're looking, you know how number one seeds get home court advantage.
There is none.
There is none this year. There is no home court advantage. They were talking about bringing in the hardware courts from other teams to Orlando, just to give.
No.
I mean, I totally disagreed with that too. I mean, that's a lot more people trying to assemble a court.
And what are you going to do? You're going to bring all your hardwood from that city just to replace it in Orlando? Takes too much work.
Too much work. They were also talking about the higher seeded teams, them choosing like a one player to have 7 fouls.
Oh, no, that's not fair.
And stuff like that. They were coming up with a lot of gimmicky stuff.
Almost like in volleyball where you're a Libra and you can come in and out anytime you want without doing your little expression of your high five thing coming out onto the court. No. Yeah,
but, the basketball is always trying to gimmick up their sport. Why don't they just have a flashing light, some 20-point shots, make an NBA jam? You play the NBA jam, right?
Don't try that. They did that on MTV a few times with that exhibition basketball game in the past. You get a you hit a
4-pointer, you hit.
No, they did a
10-pointer or whatever. But I believe if you're the higher seed in basketball, especially if you're playing a 7-game series, you should be able to win that series. Anywhere on, a 10-foot hoop is 10 foot.
Right.
Go out there and play on it. And if you're the better team, you should be able to win.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Well,
but don't touch anything with the NBA. It's enough. It's coming back as it is. That you have well over a month to get ready. It's if you know what, get your training camps. I would probably start them within the week, so you get a month to prepare.
I think facilities are open for most players. I've seen that.
The only issue that I have when it comes to the playoffs, what time the games will be. You could be having a game in the morning.
I've seen that a lot too. I guess their games are going to happen every 2 hours. They're going to have 4 games a day.
But they've got 3 different facilities, I believe,
Yep,
correct?
3
Okay.
different facilities.
You could run 12 games in a day. Grand
Yep,
total.
they're gonna. It's gonna be speedy. Hopefully, it's gonna be fast paced. You're not gonna be able to catch unless they're gonna be you with 7 screens on your in your room. You're
Mm-hmm.
not gonna be able to see them all. I'm
Well,
only going to be able to
at
watch.
least the officials too are going to get paid for this at least, even though it's going to be very weird for them.
Yeah, very weird. Uh, but at least they have a plan. They have a start date. They have everything along that going for them.
And at least the one big issue out of this, at least they're getting paid full season because at least they started.
Yep, it's not like our friend baseball, who is just
Being
greedy. Yep.
But at least but I hope that everything goes well, and you just hope no one gets tested positive because they're going to be doing random tests right there and then.
I think they're going to do random. I think I read about they're going to do tests every game. Every game before you.
Is it before or after the game?
I think they're doing before the game. I think they're doing temperature checks and stuff like that for every game. And if you spike positive and
See
stuff,
you later. You got to go away for 2 weeks.
You got to be tested. And I think they have a test now to see if you're anti, you don't have any feeling, symptoms. That's the word I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
If you're anti-system, a player, you just carry the virus. You're a carrier.
Because remember, if players start getting it, you know what the commissioner is going to do. He'll pull it right off quick.
Yeah.
May not be next time either. He may just see that's it. It's done.
Yeah. Hopefully, a lot of these are highly conditioned athletes. So hopefully they're, no one gets really sick off of this.
Right.
They may catch the virus, but they don't go really sick or anything. No one needs to be hospitalized or anything like that. Hopefully none of that happens.
Yup.
That's what I'm hoping.
Me too. Now, hockey, they're now in phase 2.
Phase 2. What's phase 2, Coach?
Phase 2 means that now you can have about 6 to 10 players can come into the facility and practice. Their training camps have not officially started yet because there still is no date on when it will resume. But phase 2 meaning now you can have some players go in there, practice. Of course, you got to social distance.
Well, if you social distance in hockey, the puck's going in the net.
Yeah, of course. They did decide that the playoffs, that it's going to be all 4 out of 7.
Oh, that's gonna. Yeah. All 4 out of 7, even the
After I think the first round though, I think it's going to be 3 out of 5.
Okay.
But after they were talking about how long the series is going to go, but it's now going to be 4 out of 7 when we really get into the playoffs. But of course, there's no home ice advantage.
No, and I don't think hockey's talking about bringing some ice from other states.
No, it's not even discussed. They're only talking about the arenas, which I still haven't heard anything yet.
Yeah.
Well, that came down with that, and I don't know what they're going to do next, if there's going to be a phase 3, but now they're into the second phase, which is good.
Yep.
Still haven't set up a date yet.
Well, hopefully after phase 2 they set a date.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. As long as this doesn't spike, then it's going to go on as scheduled. But they think that the hockey season could be done by Labor Day weekend.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No, and then you've got to give these guys a break, and probably you're looking at the regular season, maybe December 1 as well. See, what I think was going to happen is, Joe, when the NBA and the NHL start in December, I think it's going to be a short season.
Yeah. Short season.
You don't want to play. I don't think they really want to play ball or with pucks during the summertime.
No, I don't think so either. But Yeah, this is going to affect next season and stuff like that. Maybe shorten the seasons and keep, it's not going to be the full 82 games for a
No,
while.
that would probably happen until when the fans get back into the stands and maybe take the necessary steps.
Yeah. So we're looking for probably a 3-year plan to fully fix
Well,
everything
remember
back to it.
yeah, but hockey's collective bargaining agreement expires 2022.
Yeah, but hopefully they can get over themselves, get that done a little quicker than they have done in the past. And,
Right. Because remember, if you didn't hear correctly, Major League Soccer went from suspended due to the pandemic, then they were going to go to a lockout. That would have been a whole lot worse because then coaches and general managers can't talk to players. But they
yep.
rectified that pretty quick, and they've signed through 2025, so now they're just back to suspended due to the pandemic.
Okay, so that's what happened to our Major League Soccer around here.
Yeah. Well, actually, it has been growing in population a little bit.
Yes, it has. Soccer is unfortunately the number one sport throughout the world. In Europe, in the other countries,
yep.
They fill 100,000 or 100 people, 1,000 people stadiums to the brink. They're falling over the rooftops just to get in there.
Well, in Costa Rica, according to my father, even though when we didn't have this pandemic, they still weren't allowing fans into the game because of the riots and the fights.
Yeah, it is always funny and comedical. Funny and just to see the angry soccer fan riot. That's always on.
They're not going to like it, and then they're going to start bringing flare people up and bring flares to the games just to try to light somebody up. And
they're bringing the flares. You always see one guy trying to punch the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think they sell too many beers at those venues.
No, I don't think it even has nothing to do with beers. I think they just get too wound up, and then they realize, let's be famous. Let's make a fool of ourselves.
You don't like my team, I'm going to beat you up.
Mm-hmm. Exactly how it is, but no, in the United States, it started a long time ago. We weren't popular. They were almost going to fold, and then they brought in other teams, and now they expand. A couple of years, they get a couple more teams.
I heard in Enfield we have a soccer league or something that's going to come back.
We have a soccer team in Hartford too.
You're in the dark, Coachy.
Huh? Oh, sorry. Oh, because the sun went. That's why.
Yeah, can't see. Okay.
Of course. We have a soccer team in Hartford that I went to their game last year, and I will say it was a lot of fun. No, I was not involved with go rah rah. We have to sing the Hartford songs and all that. I'm like, no, thank you. I'd rather be there for the game and enjoy it. And they actually did win that game 2-1.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the only soccer experience I get is at CCSU. The college I graduated from.
I've gone to a few high school soccer games at Central and Eastern just to see the game, just to see how the game goes, the rivalry, how intense it gets.
Yep. Soccer's a very fun sport live because it doesn't stop. It constantly in motion, and once 45 minutes is up, it's up. There's no timeouts.
You just get added stoppage time after the 45.
Yeah, unless the game's out of reach, then there's.
No, they'll still do that.
A little bit, but there's only a couple more minutes or anything like that left.
It all depends on the injuries, how much the players like to act out on the injuries.
Field and stuff, but it's a very fast-paced sport that it's appealing to the eye,
Yes, it is. Now, there are some in the news, of course, with soccer. There are some soccer players, like someone just got in trouble, avoided jail time for tax issues, and I think he's paying like $560,000.
Wow. They don't make that much in
I think I think I know who the name is, too. He played for, I think his name is Messi or something like that. Mhm.
Okay, Messi.
Yep.
I have no idea what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
No, but I can find out right now. But I heard the name. I read the new about it the other day.
Yep,
Let me see if he's on here. No, I
Messi.
don't know about.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, Lionel Messi, I think his name is. But I think he got in trouble for tax evasion. Soccer player.
Well, normal people get that too. So
Yeah, here it is. Here, yeah. Um, let's see. Cristiano Ronaldo stands accused of tax evasion, and Lionel Messi was convicted.
okay,
So, yet their tax evasion cases hold lessons for most taxpayers with smaller incomes and less complex lives.
yeah,
But yeah, Ronaldo accepted fine for the tax evasion, avoids the jail time. Cristiano Ronaldo paid 21 million. Yeah, it's a $21 million fine for the United States money.
holy bully,
Mm-hmm.
21 million. Jeez,
Yeah.
wow, that's almost as worse as the Bernie Madoff scandal.
Mm.
That, if you remember that mess from the
Yeah,
Mets,
I do remember that one.
that's reaching up there. But
Well,
yeah, soccer's doing pretty well. Other countries have started up their hockey leagues with no fans and stuff. You're watching probably some hockey, some
I've
soccer.
got soccer in the background right now between Union Berlin and Schalke. It's 1-1 in the second half right now.
Yep.
They've been playing. They've been doing some things in the background where they turn on the sound system so you pretend you actually hear fans singing and dancing right now. So
Well, we got to get some players on here to ask them about fan support and how much does that really affect the game.
and it doesn't matter which one it is, from the little league baseball to the up all the way up to the professional league.
Yeah. How much does fans really do affect the game? That's
Is it really home field or home court or home ice advantage or home?
yeah, yeah,
Does
yeah.
it help
I know.
or not
Does it
help?
help? Does it not help? So we got to get some people on to talk about that. Definitely.
Yep. And
Okay.
it will happen eventually. I mean, like we said, we're only in our third episode, so
Yeah,
we're the time and patience before
yep.
something like that.
We just had your cat on, so
Yeah,
you know.
well, yeah, she counts, but that wasn't planned though. She was hoping I was gonna feed her a snack, but I'm like, no, kitty.
No kitty, no snack time, sports time.
Yes, exactly. I'm like, you can have your food in about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but NASCAR is all caught up now.
Yep. NASCAR's fully
Yeah.
right. They're looking good. No hiccups. No anything like that. Just
Nope. There, like I said before, there was rumors that there was possibility Indianapolis, Indiana, the 4th of July weekend, they were going to allow fans to come. But I think this is the right thing, because if you were going to do this, what are you going to do with the seats? How are you going to tape the area up, and how are you going to set the whole thing up?
yeah. How are you going to have a family of 4 segregated from each other? You can't.
Actually, no, I don't think. I think a family of 4 would be okay, but we're talking about like different families.
Yeah, different families from the other families. I mean, don't get me wrong. NASCAR stadiums are huge. I mean, unless you want to like stick a 4 over here, 4 way over there, and 4 way over there.
Mm-hmm.
Then it doesn't matter if you cheer or not. Nobody's gonna hear you.
No, and it's very weird and very.
Yeah, it would look really weird.
Fans.
It would look like a male pattern baldness. If you, yeah. So
At least if you want to do something, take some advertising signs and at least cover up the bleachers so it doesn't look so bare.
yeah, they could do that. That's actually pretty good idea if they wanted to stretch banners along on the seats on the top.
Yeah, some soccer games. I've seen that.
Yep. So that's an idea for NASCAR or basketball or even hockey. They could do that. So
yeah, baseball you could do it too.
yeah, you could do it too. Well,
just don't be like Korea baseball where you bring all stuffed animals as your fans. But
I don't know. I haven't caught any of that.
if you get
Korea.
a chance to see one, or if you get to see a clip of it, Joe, they had a baseball game where they had Garfield, they had Pokemon, they had all different types of stuffed animals.
Well, that's big in Japan, Pokemon and stuff. Yeah.
Behind home plate, it's like to me, it looks better than those boxed cardboard.
Yeah, okay. But that's at 4:00 in the morning. So.
There was a game I didn't watch last night, but they had a game that started at 12:55 in the morning.
Yeah, I think they rerun those, though.
No, that was a live game.
Yep. They run it live, and I think somebody else reruns it.
Yep.
During regular, normal wake-up time, instead of you falling asleep on it.
Well, unless you don't have to go to work, then you could watch it.
Well, unless you're stuck in your house because there's a bear outside and you can't go to work.
Yep. That's right.
That's happened to you.
Yeah, it just happened to me recently, but it was only a 15-minute affair. So.
Yep.
But yeah. Getting back to the fans in the stands for a NASCAR event. I think if you want to try something like that, maybe in the fall, but if you want to do that, you need to get it prepared well in advance.
Yeah, you do. I think fans probably would be temperature checked before they entered and stuff like that. Must have a mask, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm not going to be wearing a mask at the event.
And it probably would be just credit card only throughout the event, no cash. And in the fall time when this is – hopefully we don't spike like Florida or anything like that. Hopefully everything just settles down and there's no big mess or stuff. But, yeah, that would be perfect for racing to have some people. Space them out a little.
Maybe half capacity, not full capacity.
Yeah. Half capacity. It is outdoors. The germs don't spread as well outdoors. So, yeah, I think NASCAR would be set up for the fall.
And then last night, Indycar Racing started their season last night. I did get to watch that race.
Yep, I watched maybe a couple laps. And
it
was on Fox.
No, it was on NBC. This was the IndyCar series.
Oh, the Indy, yes. What was that on Fox last night?
FS1 had the Xfinity series, I think.
Okay.
But no,
that's what I was watching.
The IndyCar series started their season last night in Texas. It was supposed to be 248 laps. They decided to do only 200.
Yep.
It was only like 7 caution laps the whole race that night.
Okay.
So not too bad. There was maybe one nasty crash, but everybody was okay, and it was just bumping, whap the tires a little bit, and then hit the wall. But that was it.
So that was a good start for Indy. That was a good start.
Yes, it was, and I hope that continues.
Yep.
And I actually need to look this up. Who won that thing? I remember who won the race, but I don't remember the name.
Remember who won the race, but you don't remember the name.
Yeah.
There you go. I don't.
Scott Dixon.
Okay, there's a good name.
He won this for the 4th time in his career, his 4th race win.
Nice.
So, congratulations to him. And the best thing was there wasn't a fight on the track or anything like that last night, and there wasn't a delay. So.
Yep, that's a good thing. So that was a good start for IndyCar racing.
Yep. I mean, they said it was delayed, but that was their first race of the season because when this all started, they did not start their season yet. So.
Yep. So. All right. What else do we have? We got a little bit of time.
Yes, we do. Let's see. What do I want to discuss?
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
What do we got? Bring the cat back in.
Bring the cat back. Nah. I wish we could do that, but we can't. So. Oh, about the golf.
Yep, golf.
Starting next week.
Yep.
That is going to be played in Fort Worth, Texas. Now, that is going to begin, now how many golf events are going to have to be made up. That's going to be interesting how it's going to be done. Our own event
Yep, the Travelers Championship.
Travelers is in a couple weeks. As we've said before, there will be no pro-ams. There's no special events.
We'd like somebody to come on and talk about that.
Yep.
So
we have major golfers coming. A couple more.
Yes.
And yes,
We have a couple of the top 10 golfers coming. Yes.
And they do enjoy coming to play here. They enjoy it. Well, of course, because it's good high scoring. That's the whole.
Yeah, it's good high scoring. They make a lot of money.
Yep.
I think it's $1 million purse.
The Ryder Cup.
Okay.
Yep. This was brought up the other day. This is supposed to be held in September in the state of Wisconsin.
Okay.
One golfer, I can't remember who it was, said it would be very sad if we couldn't play this with fans. Meaning he wants the fans there basically for home
field advantage.
Yeah, home field advantage. Yeah, or fair event or whichever event you call home event is what we have to call home field event. We have to call it or advantage wise.
Well, I think golf, like NASCAR, could space people out. They could easily space people out, have people wear masks, check people in the beginning.
I think you're okay if you wear masks in the golf tournament when you're playing golf, I think.
Yeah. Well, I got a lot of people that play golf at work and stuff like that. They don't wear masks on the court.
No, that's optional.
That's optional and stuff like that. But they stay 6 feet apart. They drive their own golf cart and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know how fans would affect that in golf because they're silent when they tee off anyways. I mean, they give a little
golf clap.
Golf clap.
Opening shot at the fairway, but
yeah. So that golf should be able to space people out and bring half capacity.
Yeah, because from what I've read about the Ryder Cup is if there's no fans, they said they already want to postpone the event
because no fans.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
that's a tough one.
That's a tough one. All right, what else we got? We got a few minutes.
Yep. Tennis. I might as well bring that up.
You go ahead on tennis.
Yeah, Rafael Nadal said that there's a chance that the U.S. Open has not been canceled yet.
Okay.
I believe they've already canceled the French Open, and they've already canceled Wimbledon. I know that for a fact. But the U.S. Open is still has a chance to start. They're saying tennis right now is not scheduled to reopen until July unless something happens. But there's a chance that the U.S. Open may not get played this year as well.
Well, that wouldn't be good. Yeah, I mean, they hit a ball back and forth, and they're 60 feet apart.
Yeah, but the U.S. Open, that's pretty big out in New York.
Yeah, that's huge out in New York. That's
but and you know what you realize too, Joe, when you have football going on when they start, and if they do, what are you going to do with all the golf juggling around? You have
that's going to be interesting. That's going to be really interesting when sports start going up against football. If football kicks off and football goes off its schedule and a plan.
The way it's going right now, though, they may lose ratings.
Yeah, we'll see who gets chosen first to watch because not everybody's going to be able to watch everything.
Right, because remember, with football, what's going on lately and everything, if they're not smart, golf's going to take right over as number one.
Yeah, golf's going to surge ahead and take over.
Surge ahead in ratings and all that good stuff. But what else did I see? Oh, okay, horse racing, 2 weeks, Belmont.
Yep, Belmont. They what is it, 1.5 miles or something like that?
That might get reduced.
Yeah, I think it's 1.25 miles an hour or something like that. It's one of the longest races.
Right, but I don't know if they're going to do 1.5 miles because this is now the first race of the Triple Crown instead of the last one.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see who can compete for a Triple Crown this year,
right,
having it backwards.
After this race, there isn't another horse race for 2 months.
Yep. So that's a long break. That's
Yes, it is.
but
Of course, there's going to be no fans, online virtual betting,
yep. Well,
and probably have
people like that too.
probably videotrons where everybody gets to watch the race on their little video
Yep,
zooms.
yep.
Well,
I'm sure here at Mohegan Sun they'll watch the race.
yeah, and Foxwoods too.
Boxwoods too. So they'll have that.
And I think they're doing something out in Europe too for a horse race before they do the Belmont Stakes. I think as well. I think that I have to see. I have to get more info about that one.
Okay, get more info on that. I don't think anybody who's going to run the Belmont would probably go into that race with short time and stuff.
Well, whoever
you want to save your horse a little bit for
right. So whoever wins this first race of the Belmont, you have a long time to think about how you're going to win that Triple Crown.
Yep, you're going to have a long way.
You get 2 months.
Okay. Yeah.
I think what is it? The Kentucky Derby, I believe, is the second one, and the Preakness is the last one this year.
Yeah. Yep.
So the Preakness should be, but I think the Preakness is the shortest of the 3.
Okay.
But they could change that too. But maybe by then you may get to have fans at social distance to come to a race.
Yeah. I mean, that's another outdoor sport. That's another thing that sporting event that they could segue people. Keep people. You sit in a little box anyways. You're in the dark, but I'm not talking anyways. So yeah. But that's another sport you can easily segue people in groups. And have people there. Maybe they're not right on top of the track to start with or anything.
Kick with dirt in your eyes or something like that.
Well, usually you're a good maybe 20 feet away from the horse race itself for the first seat. So.
But see, with the Kentucky Derby though, Joe, if you notice, a lot of fans pour into that. How is that going to affect? Would you only let maybe 10% of capacity go to that? Maybe 25%?
I would say a good. You're going to go 25 or something like that percent. See, if they're just going to have to start off slowly with fans and stuff. They're going to have to just half capacity, 25 capacity, and just see how it works. They're going to have to take their time and be careful with the virus.
Yep, absolutely, because I think there's a few people who are already nervous that there could be a second wave coming.
Yep, and nobody wants that to be a really bad wave either. Nobody wants to see a 40-foot tsunami wave of coronavirus come crashing down on people.
Yeah, because if we get this second virus, everything's going to get ruined. This might be the end.
Yeah, and nobody wants the end. Everybody wants the beginning, the startups, everything to happen.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I want to say that we miss sports. We miss sports badly in this state and in the United States. That's one thing that I see that sparking people's more rage and stuff like that. Sports is a good communicator. You go to your local tavern or bar and you sit down and you meet somebody and you start talking sports. It's a great icebreaker. It's a great conversational piece. People love getting to talk about their sports and stuff like that. They just do. I mean, myself and everything like that, sports in my life have been pretty important because I wouldn't have met you without sports at all. And I wouldn't have had as many good friends as I've had without sports. Without sports.
That's why it's increased over the years when we've gone to Little League baseball games, we get a little fan club at the rate we go.
Yeah, we got our own fan club. We got people around us. We communicate with those people from out of town and stuff like that.
And they're really good.
Friendly.
You may get once in a great blue moon someone who's had a bad day and watched.
Well, you may get cranky, angry dad. Cranky, angry dads because his son didn't hit a home run or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all they're all there to have a good time, and we miss that from sports. Humans miss that because that's my part about it.
Yep. My end about this is, yeah, when this thing crashed down on March 11th, and I kind of knew after, when it started with the NBA and then the NHL, when they still had games left, and there were rumors that they were going to tell them to get off the ice and stuff. I'm like, yeah, this isn't going to go too pretty, because I'm watching my Rangers play the Colorado Avalanche, excuse me, that night, and I said, I think I'm staying up for this whole game because I think something's going to happen after tomorrow.
Yep.
And so I did. There was still one game left that going on that night, but it was already two teams who weren't going to make the playoffs anyway. Ottawa, Los Angeles. Great, the Kings won their 8th game in a row.
Yeah.
But after that, it started going downhill, and then I had to start watching what sports are going to get pulled. And, it's like the day when spring training, they were told in baseball, you have to leave the field. The game is being stopped. It's the same thing that happened in the conference tournaments for the
True. Everything just halted, and everything is just
right.
All right.
At least I know we got another minute, but I want to finish this real quick. You have the sports that are starting to come back a little bit. Okay.
Yep.
You got the NBA that's set in stone. You have the NHL just waiting to see what the date is. You got soccer that's been coming back. You got golf starting next week. And you got horse racing, the big one coming in 2 weeks. But for baseball,
NASCAR started,
and they're all caught up now.
Yep.
Baseball, get a deal done, do something, because you're running out of time and you're about ready to lose your whole season. Don't worry about getting your full salary. You'll get it. You can get it in a lump sum in another way somehow.
Yeah.
Just get it done, please, because otherwise fans are not going to come back this time around, and it may be worse than what it was when they were on strike.
Yep. Okay, this has been the Sportsman Show with your host Joe Musil
and I'm Jason Coaching Careless. Thank you very much for watching. We will do this again next weekend. Episode 3 was a beauty. Let's do it again next weekend.
Yes, let's do it together next weekend. Let's keep sports live. Let's keep on watching sports. Thanks for watching.
Stay safe, everybody.
Stay safe.
Yep.